Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So today we have quite a bit of news to go over, some stuff about Dafran, of course. We have a very major patch coming into Overwatch fairly soon. It's going to require some very interesting stuff. And we got a heads up at some potential PTR changes, including a nerf to Doomfist. We'll start with the Dafran stuff nice and quickly. I don't really want to go over this too much, but he turns around and says that he isn't quitting at all, he just kind of had a bad day. He says this to quote that he's still in Atlanta rain, didn't quit like I said, I messed up, I don't know what to say except sorry for the community, my fans and Atlanta. It wasn't a debate, sometimes I have these days and make dumb mistakes. Going forward, I'm going to stream less and focus on making myself and my team better. This comes after Dafran uninstalling the game live on stream and then saying that he was quitting, everything, wasn't playing Overwatch anymore, kinda said sayonara. And it left the community very confused, some saying it was a debate and just a joke, and some saying that he's actually quit for good. But everybody was saying that Dafran kinda needs to look after himself a little bit more and needs help. To be fair, the community has supported Dafran, say that they're there for him, and us at Overwatch Central definitely reinforced the sentiment that we all want him to take good care of himself and to feel better for the start of the season. Whether you like Dafran or not, and he's definitely made mistakes in the past, let's just hope he gets the help and support he needs. Because it is a difficult situation for him to be in for sure. And I'd hate to see him ruin an opportunity like this. Especially when you have other tier 2 pros quitting left, right and centre. Speaking of Dafran completely uninstalling the game, Blizzard said themselves that you should too. Okay, well not really, but it's a really good segue into what we're going into next. A Blizzard dev on the forum said, "Hey folks, we wanted to get ahead of this early and let you all know what to expect with our next big patch. We don't currently have a release date or time with this, but we'll update the thread once we do. The next major patch will have some pretty fundamental changes to the game client. The number of backend changes we're putting in is substantial enough that we can't just patch over the current content efficiently. As a result, when the next patch comes out, the client will fully reinstall itself to handle these changes. We know that it isn't ideal for people on metered connections, so hopefully this announcement helps you prepare for this coming update." People, including myself, have been asking for an optimized Overwatch patch for some time. The thing about this is all of the patches being added into the game since launch have made the game very, very big. So this being able to get rid of some of the crap basically that's in the game that isn't used anymore is going to be big. But also Overwatch over time, the frame rate problems that I've had previously, for example, input, the game could definitely be better optimized. So whilst this isn't going to be like a huge change to the game, I feel that it's going to make a big difference to how the game feels and plays, which can only be a good thing, right? I don't really feel it's going to be stuff like Reinhardt's Earth Shatter being fixed and such, but with any luck you'll definitely see and feel an impact in the game. No ETA on when this is going to happen, but just be aware of it. Now let's go over the balance changes that were discussed on Show 4 stream. He was joined by Joshua No at the Blizzard Studios, their new creative studio room that they have. People like Emong, Fariha, and now Show 4 have gone to visit, talk to devs and play a bit of Ashe. Joshua No is the associate game designer, actually joined Valkyria at BlizzCon for a stream, and he was talking about some of the changes that they have come in on the PTR, and they mainly focus around nerfs to Doomfist. I don't really want to just steal a stream clip, so let's just go over what was said, maybe going over some of the reasons why these changes have been looked at. Joshua spoke about reverting internal changes that they had to Rocket Punch. They tried reducing the extra distance from 40%, so no matter how much you right click, you go the same amount of distance, no matter how charged that shot is. And they nerfed it from 16 meters, I believe, to about 10, but it felt really bad for those that were testing it. So they're going to reduce the range of seismic slam from 20 to 15 meters, so the maximum damage would go from 86 to 65, which would alleviate Doomfist being able to jump across the map to hit his target that he wants to engage on, but I guess most importantly, it's much more difficult for him to get out of those situations too. Not only that, enemies affected by rising uppercut only lose air control of the character for 0.6 seconds. Being knocked up in the air by Doomfist kind of means that you lose all control of your character and you are left at the mercy of him. But now you have much more control whilst you're in the air, so you might be able to get out of situations that you otherwise couldn't have. Again, these changes are subject to change, though not even on the PTR yet, so Blizzard haven't quite decided on them just yet, but it seems that they are leaning towards going this way. Bastion also has some buffs coming up, quite bizarrely, and one of them is really interesting actually. The first is the recon clip size for his weapon has gone up to 35 from 25, just a bit of a quality of life change. But Bastion is going to maybe get this reverse spread effect, so the longer he shoots, the more precise his shots become, which sounds pretty strong if you're not dealing with a Bastion very well. But as I said, subject to change, might not happen. And McCree is also getting a buff. For him, he's getting a damage increase to his fan hammer bullets by 10 per shot. I think this is a really big change that might get overlooked. This reminds me of McCree back in beta. and man, he was a nightmare to deal with in a lot of different situations. There's probably a good amount of other changes coming to heroes. I mean, if Bastion, for example, is getting buffed, there may be a couple of other heroes that get in quality of life changes too. And they tend to do this around the launch of a new hero, right? That they tend to buff or nerf 8-9 heroes in one go to make sure that when Ashe is added into the game, it's alongside some pretty significant balance changes too. It's a really good time for the game when the new hero comes out. People try out different stuff and then go back to Goats Comp. And finally, just to finish, we did see Guangzhou and Paris announce their names and colors and rosters, stuff like that. And it was pretty much the designs that we saw from the video that we did a couple of days ago. We have the Paris Nandos, the Paris Eternals, and also the Guangzhou Charge, which I really like their design. The GZ is quite smart. But to be honest, I'm kind of getting bored of the leaks, both the roster changes, but also the designs for teams. I really liked it last year, finding out about what teams were called, their brands and designs, but having that leaked just kind of takes the excitement out of it. And I'm sure when Paris has set up a big event and all their stuff gets leaked beforehand, it's going to suck for them too. So really not a big fan. But that is everything that I wanted to go over today. Dafran is not quitting. There are PTR changes that are coming, but are again subject to change. And there's going to be a big balance patch soon for Blizzard to hopefully better optimize the game and make it run a lot better. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend for all of those playing some Overwatch. I still have my placements to finish, so that's going to be fun. But thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.